It's a new 91.3 with the biggest hits in the 90s till now. That's Jamiroquai and Canned Heat. In the studio this morning, it looks a little dangerous because this is karaoke week as well.
This is something for you guys if you're really into film. And actually, I was going to suggest this to Elliot. You know, he watches a lot of movies. You know, he secretly told me once that he wants to make his own movie.
Sure.
And this is the
He's
perfect
found the right
opportunity.
girl now, right? Sorry.
Perfect opportunity for you to do so. It's the 48-hour film festival. If you haven't heard about it, well, we got the guys who are in here, the producers of this particular festival. That is a worldwide festival.
Yeah.
It's held in many different countries all around the world. And here it is now in Singapore. Meghan, Shea, and Mike Rogers, welcome to Singapore. Hi, guys.
Thank you very much.
That's Meghan. That's Mike.
Thank you.
Okay, so you
But
guys...
you really have to point out the difference.
Well, yes.
Megan's the
I'm
girl
getting a little
and
nervous
Mike's
about
the
my
guy.
voice now.
So what is the film festival? 48-hour film festival.
So the 48-hour film festival, it's a film festival, but it prompts filmmakers to make a film in one weekend. So for anybody who's interested in film and slightly crazy, you come on Friday night,
Right.
April 25th, to the Arts House, and we give you a prop, a line of dialogue, and a genre of film. And those are kind of your ingredients. And you have 48 hours to script a film, shoot a film, edit a film, and score a film. And then on Sunday night, we see you, probably after not so much sleep, and you give us the film.
Wow.
And then we'll screen it.
So very intense stuff, and it's all happening in 48 hours, literally.
Now, big question for me, because why would someone do this?
Fame and glory.
You got to have love for the arts, right?
Yeah.
It's one of those weekends that you don't forget.
Yeah.
Because you're up. If you're with a team, you're constantly either yelling at them or working with them, trying to get this project done.
Yeah.
But it's because it happens so quickly.
Yeah.
You never really know where the project's going until the final hour or so.
Well, the film, of course, I mean, because it starts from somewhere where they have no preconception of it, obviously. So it becomes an improv piece
right.
almost, right? But why would someone set out to do this? What's the prize at the end of it all? What are they out to achieve?
Well, one of the best parts about 48 Hour, and you can go on their website, it's 48hourhfp.com/Singapore. Sorry if I took that one from you.
Okay.
Please, you do it so well.
But
We'll put it on our blog as well
Yeah.
to
There
make
you
it
go.
easy. Yep.
Great. The best part is that it's there's an established infrastructure. The winner of Singapore
Yeah.
will get their film shown at what they call the Filmapalooza in the United States with the other 70 winners from around the world.
Wow.
And that happens sometime next October, still yet to be decided. But it's really cool to be able to do something, right? Show your creativity with an infrastructure already set. You know, they don't have to look for a distributor. They don't have to look
that's
for
right.
someone to show it. So the hope is that some talent will come out of here. Someone will see them in the States, call them up, and boom, they're doing a movie.
When you say
know?
70 winners, is that how many countries you guys are in right now?
Oh, yes, exactly. This year there are 70 countries. 70 cities,
70 cities,
involved,
okay.
which I don't know what the country breakdown is. But last year there were 35,000 participants involved.
Wow.
Wow,
So-
it's very exciting. And to take part in Singapore, what do we have to do if we want to come? So this weekend.
It's this weekend. Registration is
Ooh.
still open.
All right.
And if you're interested in registering, you can go to the website, www.48hfp.com/Singapore, and you can send us an email as well. And our email address is singapore@48hourfilm.com.
Yeah. So it's apparently so you register as a team already.
You register as a team,
Okay.
yeah. And there's no minimum number for a team, and there's no maximum. So the smallest team has been one, and the biggest team was somewhere
One?
in Virginia. I know, that poor person. 150. So some people really get huge production houses to participate, and it's kind of, we've worked at production houses that have hosted teams, and you go in on Monday morning and everybody's like red-eyed and didn't sleep over the weekend. But I think that's one of the best parts about it is there's so many production houses in this city, and there's so many people working in film and working in the arts.
Yeah.
And this is an opportunity to be working on a project the same project. So we'll screen them together at Anghua Cinema on May 6th.
Okay.
And so when you're watching them together, you have this knowledge of how crazy it was to make this film and how did they use the prop in their film.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have an uncanny knack. Every time I guess something, I guess it right. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to guess. I'm going to ask you to just give me an example from previous years.
Sure.
So it definitely won't be something that, inevitably will show up in this weekend.
So it's meant to be a secret until this weekend, right?
Yeah.
What they're working with.
So from previous years, tell me the example of this: the prop, the line of dialogue, and then the genre.
Actually,
Okay.
they've taken part in one,
we've
right? You've
done
made
it for
a film.
years.
Yeah.
So I think last year in our film, we had action adventure.
Okay.
And you can imagine the entire writing staff was female, how thrilled we were to pull that genre.
Right.
Well, so the genres range from anything from action adventure, musical, a western, film noir,
Okay.
film de femme. So the line of dialogue last year was, "It was like that when I got here."
Okay.
It was like that when I got here. And what was the prop?
The prop was a fire extinguisher.
And the genre was action adventure.
The genre is actually, and the character was Tim Tate, a glass blower.
Now, my sense of this is it tends to be a lot of a laugh. I mean, lots of laughs along the way. Okay.
Humor plays a big role.
Okay.
But I tell you, humor is very difficult to achieve
yeah.
in 48 hours. I mean, humor is something you got to set up and then deliver.
Yeah.
So you got to have actors. You got to have the right dialogue.
Right. Usually have enough sleep to actually appreciate with as well.
Right. Exactly.
Tough one.
Cool
Okay.
stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm curious. I'm trying to get my kids together and say, I'd like to do a project with Dad
let's
this weekend.
make film.
Yes, no sleep for you for 2 days. I want to talk to you guys about what you guys are up to right now as well. Besides the 48-hour film festival, which is fun, you guys are making a film about a very interesting part of the world right now, as I understand.
Yes, we recently got back from a documentary film shoot in Bhutan.
You're right.
Wow.
It was an incredible experience. It was the first democratic elections in Bhutan.
Right.
And so what we did was we went in and worked with high school students in Bhutan and helped them craft their own documentary film about what it means to be a Bhutanese citizen as this transformation is happening. And then what we'll do with that footage and with those films is we'll share them with students in the United States who are also experiencing their own democratic election.
What we're going to do is, I
coming
want
up.
to come back and talk about this in a while, but Bhutan, of course, famously the most happy country in the world.
Most
GNH.
isolated
GNH.
too, as well, isn't
Gross,
it?
there's a gross national happiness.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's what they
yeah.
measure, right? So we'll come back and see whether we can learn ourselves, because we do run this show from the circle of
We
happiness.
do,
Yeah?
yes.
It's clear.
And
It's very clear.
and see what we can pick up for Singapore.